Hey, how's it going? It's Jonathan Miller. Let's go for a drive. I'm here at Euro Motorcars Devon, Mercedes-Benz, just 10 minutes from the world-famous King of Prussia Mall. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. Hit that subscribe button. At the end of the video, if you liked it, give us a thumbs up and hit that bell to be notified when new videos are uploaded. I've been invited here to Euro Motorcars Devon, Mercedes-Benz to test out the brand new 2019 Cls450 4Matic, and I'm going to ask the question, is the new CLS as good as it looks? This Cls450 4Matic has a base price of $71,700. This car optioned out is just about $83,000. The CLS slots between the E-Class and the S-Class. For 2019, this third generation CLS is the first CLS to feature 5 passenger seating. The previous generations only had 2 seats in the back. This one, as we'll take a look, has 3 seats in the back. We're looking at the heart of the beast, a 3-liter inline 6-cylinder turbo motor. It also has a 48-volt starter generator to give you extra horsepower and capture that energy when you're braking. Mercedes likes to note out that it's a 6-cylinder. You've got this big plastic cover, but the inline 6 is here, and I'll take a picture and show you guys, but the turbocharger is on the side here, making 362 horsepower, 369 pound-feet of torque, 9-speed automatic, 4-wheel drive, 0 to 60, 4.8 seconds. So what am I talking about when I say coupe? When this, as you can see, is 4 doors, front door, rear door. They call it a coupe because the back door, the roofline slopes down. It's actually not super dramatic anymore. Here's a better angle of this coupe design. The first CLS had a very dramatic roofline. This one is not so bad, so it looks really nice. The funny feature is if you see these two bulbous pieces here, in Europe, they obviously have a very long license plate, so it fits in this spot. So what did Mercedes do? They built this like piece, and it screws in for the US license plate. Kind of ruins the back of the car a little bit. Other than that, it's very pretty. How do you open the trunk? There's no trunk button. You flip the Mercedes badge and it goes up. Obviously this high-end car, it closes by itself. We're inside the new CLS. This interior color is called Macchiato Beige with Magma Gray. So as you can see, we have this darker gray and then this lighter color. So the new CLS features also 2 dual screens. They're built into like this one piece. They're both just over 12 inches. If you guys watched my A220 video, I'll put a card up above. The new A220 has a new MBUX system. This car does not. It's running on the old infotainment system. So we have this command wheel, which will change everything. It's not touchscreen like the new system, and it doesn't have the fancy voice control. It is really nice to have this really big double screen in there. Of course, we've got the ambient lighting, which I love. If you've never been in the Mercedes and seen this, you have to check it out. Even in the footwell, we've got these new designed vents to adjust air. They move all over the place. We take a look here on the left of the steering wheel, it has this little button. So this little button controls the left screen. This little button, its touch, will control the right screen. So basically, let's say click home. It'll give us some options and I can scroll. So we can change the designs. We're in progressive. Let's put it in sport, classic, progressive. I'm a sports guy, so let's put it in sport. This right hand button will control that right screen, so we'll click home, go with some options, let's click navigation, and we'll get our map up there. So this car comes with the option that has all the fancy safety aids. We'll have the Distronic, and it has blind spot and all that. I will list all that on the screen and let you know what that package includes. But obviously this car is very safe, includes all the electronic wizardry. As I was saying before, they've gone from the 450 used to be a V6 twin turbo. They've now gone to an inline 6 single turbo with an extra battery to boost power. So an inline 6 is a little smoother. I know I'm sure a lot of you guys know that BMW has been using an inline 6 for a long time. If we look down here, we can see power and charge for that EQ, which is that's a 48 volt starter generator system on that, which will, when you're braking, it will charge that battery up to give you an extra boost of up to 21 horsepower. So getting in the back seat of the CLS, because it has this coupe swooping line in the back, you do have to duck your head down a bit, but once I'm in here, plenty of headroom, very comfortable seats, plenty of leg room here. As I was saying, for the first time, the CLS is a 5-passenger, so there is a seatbelt in this middle seat. You obviously don't get as nice a seat as the 2 side ones, but if you're in a pinch and you need 5 people in here, it can accommodate. Let's go for a drive. Beautiful 64 degrees, sunny skies, first week in February 2019. We're coming off of one of the coldest streaks in a long time. We had record low temperatures just a few days ago. Maybe 2 or 3 days ago it even snowed, so to have 64 degrees is like summer. I mean, I may as well be wearing my bathing suit outside. Right off the bat, you can tell that moving to this inline 6 motor was a pretty good move. It's very smooth. We've got the new 9-speed automatic transmission. They say it shifts just as fast as a dual clutch. Seems pretty good to me so far. As with all Mercedes, it has this dynamic button which you can change to put you in comfort, sport, individual, etc. This car has the option for the Sport Plus, which I've gone with. It's got some cojones. Makes a nice little grunt. I'm sure it sounds good from the outside. This CLS slotting under the S-Class. The interior is very high grade. Beautiful soft leather steering wheel. Beautiful woods, different colors. Beautiful trim. Everything's really nice. Nice looking seats with nice trim on them. This version is the 4Matic 4-wheel drive. So we can lay down those 362 horsepower. Like all Mercedes, we have this little shifter. Up is reverse, neutral, down is drive. Push the button is to park. So they leave all the room for the command system and your cup holder, etc. This new 9-speed transmission is acting very similar to how you would expect a dual clutch to behave. When I brake, it automatically downshifts for me. I have shifters on the steering wheel, so at any point I could grab a lower gear, let's say. It's telling me now I'm in manual 3. Give it an upshift, another upshift if I want. I must say these 2 giant screens in front of me are awesome. Really big. So if you're maybe an older person and your eyesight's dwindling, super easy to read. They're bright, high definition. Oh, the downshifts on this car are great. Even in I'm in Sport Plus, so that's like the highest level of shifting for the computer, and it's doing a really good job. I love how it downshifts for me and blips when I come to a stop and when I hit the brakes. Sounds good. I don't know if you can hear it inside, but it sounds really good. So I'm in the sport gauge cluster. It's giving me obviously my speed analog. It's telling me what the speed limit is. It's giving me my tach and also the power or charge on the EQ 48 volt starter generator. So right now I'm braking and it's in charge mode. Let me know in the comments down below, do you think that this new CLS is a good looking car? I can tell you it's a beautiful interior, that's for sure. I do think that's a nice looking car. I think this third generation is definitely the best looking out of all the cars. It's nice to have a fifth seat in the back for the first time. I enjoy driving this Sport Plus mode. It holds my revs a little bit, and like I keep saying, when I brake, it blips and downshifts for me. So I personally would probably drive it in this mode. The suspension is nice. I go over bumps, it's not too bad. It handles very well. It's obviously pretty long and pretty wide, so it's got a nice stance. The steering wheel, I must say, is just so nice to hold. This leather is so soft. If you live in a winter zone, you definitely want to look at the 4Matic version of this car. It just gives you so much more confidence. God forbid that it snows or ice or it's raining really hard, you definitely want the confidence of that 4Matic four-wheel drive system. It doesn't hurt on the handling either. And a little Easter egg I'll show you guys. I've come to the Mercedes dealer. I've driven a few cars today, and I've got my Puma Mercedes-Benz AMG Team Petronas driving shoes on. So finally the weather was decent enough to I could wear these shoes and didn't have to wear boots. But obviously I'm not plugging Puma or anything or Mercedes, but I just like the look of these shoes that I bought, and I forgot how good driving shoes are to drive. They really, really do make pedal feel and everything feel great. I was driving my GTI here this morning. Shifting through the gears with these shoes is way different than shifting with like soft sneakers. So if you like to drive, check out some driving shoes. I do definitely think that this car is as good as it looks. You've got pretty much everything you want on the interior. It's comfortable. The materials are great. Really cool tech. We've got definitely enough power. We've got all-wheel drive. We've got a nice transmission. The car looks very sleek on the outside. So I think I've answered the question, does the new CLS drive as good as it looks? And I think it does. Once again, I want to thank my friends here at Euro Motorcars, Devon, Mercedes-Benz. Once again, if you're new here, please consider subscribing. Hit that button. If you like the video, give us a thumbs up and hit that bell to be notified when new videos will be uploaded. Once again, thanks so much for watching. Take care and drive safe.